All right, welcome to today's review of an automatic male. I'm trying to say things that won't get me flagged. Stimulator, automatic male stimulator. You guys can replace that word with whatever when you search this, if you search this. I purchased this off of Amazon. I paid for it, not a sponsor. I don't even know the brand name. There's no markings on it. I looked it back up. I did it 6 months ago or so. It costs $39. If you type automatic male stimulator, you should be able to find it if you're interested. I've used this maybe 3 or 4 times now since then, and I wanted to give a review. So first of all, it is an automatic tool. This is what it comes like right here. If I recall, it literally just came in a bag. It was from Amazon, so it's kind of discreet, but there's no fancy case or anything that it comes in, no nice packaging. It is kind of a what you get type deal. So with that, it does have a top pop off top here. We'll go into that in a little bit more detail. But first things first, let's talk about kind of the exterior of it. It is large, and I think it's pretty obvious what it is. You got this little glass window here, so you can kind of see the inside-ish. There's no lights or anything, but it is there. We'll power it up in a minute. It comes with a charging port, which is this guy here. And the cord for this is a standard. They give you a standard USB cord, but I want to point out that this is a plug like this. So this is different than almost every other product that I've had hands-on with. It does use a different cord, and it did not come with a plug for the USB. They're assuming you've got something to plug this into to power it. So it does have a battery, it charges, you don't have to have it plugged in during use, but it is a different plug. I do believe these are not waterproof, so keep that in mind. You can see here it also has a screw. It does come with an attachment for mounting. Funny enough, looking back at the Amazon review, they show this mounted in a car. Don't know why that would be the case, but hey, maybe. Shower, stuff like that. But it can mount to whatever. It did come with the mount. So I have not used the mount. It is still in the bag. It's a Ziploc bag. I'd probably put it back in there anyways, but just to keep it, you know, from getting dust or whatever on it. And then last, you notice there's a headphone jack there. It did come with a pair of headphones. I believe these are the headphones it came with. They're cheap headphones. But this thing does play audio when you use it. It's about a minute, 30-second loop, and we'll try it out here in a minute. I'll see if you guys can hear it. I'll put the things next to the microphone. It's basically just moaning sounds from a female, and that kind of builds up a little bit of a verbal encouragement with it, and then it just kind of loops as if the participant on the other end is meeting. Once again, I'm trying to keep this as YouTube censored-ish as possible. Climax, I guess we'll go with, as they meet a climax, and then it winds down and then it goes back again. So it does come with those, and these are the attachments. It did come with everything there. So taking off the top, it's got this. It does seem to seal. It has like a little seal in here to keep things kind of nice and neat and clean. And then the interior of this, the outside is hard plastic, but the interior is kind of like a sleeve. I'm willing to bet you can probably find different ones to come in here. This is what it came with by default. It is not super deep. I can touch the bottom right there from my knuckles. So basically that is the depth and kind of the width. If we turn it on, we'll give it some power. It does a calibration thing usually, or it just goes, I guess. I remember it doing a calibration. It's got different modes. You can see speeds, so this increases the speed or the pattern. And then this just basically is, we'll say hardcore mode, where it just ups the power. You would definitely want to use a lubricant with this, and due to the depth, and you can see how much it kind of comes out here, once again, depending on your physical attributes, this is not gonna do the full length. It's gonna do roughly half, 3/4, maybe a little bit further, depending once again on your physical attributes yourselves. So that is it in a nutshell. Let's plug these in here, and once again, I'll see. I don't know if the camera will pick up the audio. Where's the speaker on this thing? Be nice if we had a speaker to plug this into. I don't have one, unfortunately. But once again, it is of the noises being made are from what I would describe a female. So if you're looking for noises from, say, a male or a nondescript type gender, it does come by default with male. I do not know if there's options, or it comes by default for female. I do not know if there's options for male or not. There might be. It does come in different colors, though. I know that much. So that's kind of this in a nutshell. When it comes to actual use, the way it feels, as you can see, it's still kind of going crazy here. We'll go to different modes. Let's see if we can just turn it off. So there you go. And then, anyways, the way it feels, it is quite pleasurable because it stimulates the head of the area, for the most part. I accustom it to almost as if you're getting oral, but once again, not the full length of yourself, just mostly the top part, if that makes sense. So the spinning and stuff is nice. You do need to keep it lubed up. If this is not lubed up with that spinning action, I've let the lube go a little dry, and it can go from pleasurable to not pleasurable pretty quick. So just make sure you're using ample amounts of lubricant when using this tool. But overall, it is fun. It is nice. I guess depending on your sensitivity, this is not a tool that is able to get me personally to climax. It is more of a almost a warm-up tool in a way, or a tool to where if you're not looking to reach climax for quite a while, could be fun, where you just kind of want to sit there and enjoy the sensations that it's giving you while doing whatever it is you do while you do that. Then, you know, it could be used for that, I think. It might, like I said, maybe it's because I'm older, I'm slightly desensitized. It's not been able to get me there, but once again, it is enjoyable. To be able to, it does allow me to kind of turn my brain off and just enjoy the sensations for as long as I kind of want, for the most part. The noise this audio that it does play does add to that a little bit. Once again, it does get repetitive because it loops, and it's only like a 1:30 loop. I don't know how long they expect you to be listening to it. It's a generic enough loop that it doesn't get like, oh, it's super repetitive, but you can tell it's repetitive. So once again, I guess it just depends on how much you've turned off your brain on when you're listening to it or using it. But overall, it does, I'm going to say kind of do the job, because once again, it's not been able to get me there. I've either had to switch it out or get help from somewhere else, like the camera woman here, to get assistance on that part of it. When it comes to a 0 to 10 rating or a recommend, rating wise, I'm going to give it a 6 or 7. It's fun. I actually do enjoy this. This is one of my funner ones, I think, but I'm giving it a low rating because it is not a tool that can be used to completion, in my opinion. So, and most of these tools are used for that purpose, I guess. It is also somewhat loud if you're trying to be discreet with this. Let's say you're in a room or in a bathroom or something like that. People are going to wonder what type of power tool or whatever is being used. So if you need to be sneaky just due to, you know, presence of other people in the household or something like that, or if you have thin walls, it's somewhat identifiable. So people are going to know kind of what's going on with it. So I lower the rating for that as well. But it is a good one if you're just enjoying watching something or something like that. So I still think it's worth a 6 or 7, but it does have its flaws. I would, though, if you enjoy prolonging yourself or trying to last or build stamina, I do think it's actually decent for that use case. And so if that is your primary interest, I would say it's a recommend. If your interest is trying to get to completion in a reasonable amount of time with one tool, or if you need it to be quieter, then I would say there's better products elsewhere. So that is my overall recommendation of the automatic, what did I call it? Automatic something tool. You guys can look it up. You know what I'm talking about. That would be it. I will do a demonstration for this on my other site. There will be a link somewhere if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're on that other site, well, you can probably find it because it should be there too. And you guys can see this in use and how it performs. So with that being said, happy fun times, and look forward to the next product review for males in the future. Thanks.